are decades in which nothing happens, and there are weeks in which decades happen. With President Trump's second term, it's week after week after week. It kind of builds in crescendo. Remember, the president has openly said now that he is planning on heading to Israel to greet the hostages. There's also talk he's going to go to Egypt to maybe assign some sort of pact on the end of the Hamas war. And then Charlie Kirk gets the Medal of Freedom on his birthday on Tuesday, and President Trump is committed to be there. So you do the math. We'll be covering all of it, wall to wall, whenever it kind of shakes out at the White House. With all that's happening, putting down a revolt in the streets by a violent and narcissistic and dangerous left that is trying to make sure that we cannot unwind the invasion of our country by the deep state and the Biden and the radical Democrats. Why? So they get illegal aliens in here because they can't win. They cannot win elections without them. That's why everything they do revolves around illegal aliens, whether it's shutting down the government, gun decking the census, fighting us on redistricting, having Antifa in Portland and the mayor and these absolutely crazed progressives who they're starting to arrest in Chicago. The reason that we have troops in Memphis, troops in Chicago, troops in Portland, Oregon. With everything's going on in this amazing peace deal that President Trump is working on to pull off in the next 48 to 72 hours, looks like everything's in place. As Captain Fennell has often told us, you got to keep your eye on the main thing. And what is the main thing? As we have argued here for years and years and years, and I'm proud to be the leader of the anti-CCP movement in the United States. And remember, as leader of the anti-CCP movement, we have advocated from the beginning decoupling. You cannot trust these people. It's the most evil dictatorship in the modern world, and I'm including the Nazis, the Soviets, Imperial Japan, the fascists, all of it. Throw in Pol Pot. Throw in North Korea. This is a group that's killed hundreds of millions, bragged about it, killed hundreds of millions of Lao Beijing of its own people. Well, folks, in the last 24, 48 hours, the President of the United States has put us on notice. We're at full-out economic war with the Chinese Communist Party. Full-on economic war. Why? Because in trying to work with them and trying to accommodate them, they double-crossed the President of the United States of America, in the industrial West. And as you can tell with Netanyahu, when he sent a missile into Qatar to kill the Hamas negotiating team to make sure there would never be peace, you got to go pretty far in the woods to really hit President Trump's tripwire. I can tell you that. There's some bluster at the beginning in negotiating tactics and talk, hot talk. But you got to go pretty far to hit his tripwire. But when you hit his tripwire, ask Bibi Netanyahu how that turned out for him. Well, we've got two experts. Brian Costello, our venture capitalist and economic warfare expert, and Captain Fennell, who knows the CCP better than anybody. He's dedicated his life to understanding the strategic direction of the Chinese Communist Party. They're coming up next. It's warfare, unrestricted warfare Saturday in the War Room.